He's just globbering. Imagine, although this immortal might make a difference here. Darn, I'm not used to this at all. Alright, imagine, no longer supply block, building more pylons, he's gonna be okay. That was definitely a blow though, I think Sandy got ahead there. Income wise, Imagine is definitely ahead. I'd like to see him make good use of that. He's making a robotics bay and a forge, okay, so we're going to see Colossi, which is a pretty good choice against Marines and Marauders and Medivacs, to be totally honest. It's awfully hard to deal with head-on. He's going to have to be careful, though, because Sandy is likely to be doing a whole bunch of drops whenever he can. Might not even want to destroy these rocks, maybe just leave it open so he can drop there when he needs to. We'll have to see what he does. In fact, maybe he'll just, nope, he's not going to bust in right now. Or will he? One of us should make up our minds. So yeah, double medevacs coming out. You got some upgrades from both sides coming out. That all-important thermal lance upgrade for Colossi coming out. Sandy's busting down the wall. We're gonna have to see what he can do here. Cannon being placed by Imagine, but I think it's too late. That's quite a few Marines and Marauders. Let's just take a look at the units right now. 15 Marauders, 18 Marines. Of course, they're not all right here, but most of them are. A couple medevacs. Full. Well, not about half full of Marines and Marauders coming around. Likely going to drop right back here. He's going to encounter a cannon, but that's going to be no problem with that size of force. Both of them, a little bit of a standoff here at the back base. We've got more cannons being made. To be honest, I like the situation Sandy's in right now. He can probably even throw out an expansion, which looks like maybe he's looking into doing. He's definitely got... Oh, here comes the drop. Forget what I'm saying. He's going to take out this cannon, take out as many probes as he can. Maybe even if he sees this robotics bay, he'll do something about it. I'd like to see him push at the same time with these units. We're going to have to see what happens. Looks like robotics bay upgrade is going to finish. He had better pull these units out right now, or else they're all dying. And some frame rate issues. Sorry about that. 2 Marauders get away with both of the medevacs. So all in all, a pretty darn good trade for Sandy. Harvester count is drastically in Imagine's favor, 47 to 30 right now. However, well, income stat is off, obviously. In the meantime, Sandy's been pushing into the back of Imagine's base. I didn't even notice. 2 Colossi running out. There's no way Sandy can take this off, especially with all his units injured this badly. Colossi are just going to shred you. I don't care if they're Marauders or not. More units coming up the front. Looks like he's going to try to do some sort of counterattack. Ooh, this is going to be awfully close. No, maybe he's just going to meet in the middle, hope to heal up his units, and fend off this attack. Let's take a look at the army sizes. Sandy with 3,100. This is awfully close, guys. If this comes into a head-on battle, and oh geez, these stalkers are left behind. I don't like the way that Imagine's gone into battle here. I think this is going to go in Sandy's favor. This is definitely going in Sandy's favor. Some miscontrol there by... Wow. Oh, what do you know? It turns out Immortals are pretty darn good against Marauders. Sandy still has the Vikings, however. He has the medevacs. This is not much of a lost battle on his part. I really think Imagine could have done a lot better had the Colossi been behind the Stalkers. Losing Colossi like that is just an awful deal. Sandy LOLing Imagine. I'm not too sure what he thinks is so funny. Oh no, he could have killed both medevacs. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe they made some sort of deal beforehand. Something that left me out of, but I really would have liked to see these 2 medevacs dead. Not that I have anything against Sandy, it's just good StarCraft play. Sandy getting up to about 400 minerals? No. Alright, so they're both a little confused. I guess they didn't expect the game to go this way. If you think about it, initially, Sandy held off that 4-gate, managed to bring his expansion back, and now it's a pretty even game again. Income tab, if you consider that Imagine has been harvesting for significantly longer, he's going to run out of minerals first, so he's really going to need to push into a 3rd base pretty darn quickly. given that Sandy has more minerals at his base, and he's placing the expansion here, not where I thought, but an excellent place certainly. I doubt he's going to be going for siege tanks or anything like that to hold the center. He's just going to keep up. Well, what do you know, an armory. Alright, so maybe we are going to see, we're going to see some Thors? Some sort of... No, he's just going to, I figure he's just going to be going for extra upgrades with his Marines and Marauders. And a couple of Vikings for the hell of it, apparently. Factory's sitting up here. 1 second. This SCV, I thought he was here to expand. Maybe he will expand, but it looks like the idea was really just to keep an eye on Imagine and make sure he's not expanding. At this very moment, Sandy has a bigger army. To put it bluntly, he has Imagine by the balls. If Imagine can't push out right now and take a base, he's going to be in an awful situation. And of course, not looking at this little tab here to know how much time in the game is left. Poking and prodding a little bit at the front. Not being too decisive, but he doesn't need to be. Simple fact. He's getting this expansion up. All he wants to do is distract Imagine long enough to get that expansion up. Imagine making this, putting this Nexus back, just finishing up a Twilight Council as well. Boy, do I wish I could double-click on things and it would go to them in this screen, but that's a shame. That is all right. We still enjoy the game anyways. Just gathering troops up in the middle here. Not a whole lot to say. The production tab is pretty bare right now. Let's take a total look at army count. Sandy vastly in the lead, almost double the army of Imagine. Far more supply, 103 to 67. If you just look at it that way, although the Marines and Marauders do bulk up that count quite a bit, it looks pretty bad. My guess is Sandy knows that now that he's got these guys harvesting, he's going to do that for another minute or so, and then he's going to push out, or not. Looks like Imagine's just going to push right out. Not the best way to do it. Loses a couple stalkers in the process. He really needs to group his army a whole lot better. This is a miscontrol. 4 stalkers really not doing anything and all dying. The Vikings taking out the Colossi. Excellent counter there. It looks to me as though Sandy is going to put up a valiant last stand. Imagine is, but Sandy's just going to push right at the front. There aren't even any force fields to stop him. Just going to walk right in. Oh, there goes the force field. He's listening to me. And there's the GG by Imagine. Sandy, being a nice guy, reciprocates. And that is my first ever real cast. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.